I married Andy, my husband Andrew Fonfa, almost 30 years ago. I was about 5, Anyway, when I married Andy, I had an opportunity to give back. We talked about becoming philanthropists in this town and how important it was to give back to our community. And so as I continued in my world of dance, I decided to teach fitness as a way to make money as I was going to school. And they called it aerobics back in the 80s. So I taught aerobics, and as that happened, my mom was working at the Tropicana. She owned a beauty salon there. And she said to me, Jodi, there's this fitness competition going on called Miss National Fitness. And I think you would be perfect for it. And it was basically a beauty pageant with muscle. We had to wear a dress and say our philosophy of fitness, and we were being spokespersons and spokesmodels and whatnot. And we also had to do a fitness-related routine, and it was a pageant, basically. I wound up winning nationals. So when I won Miss National Fitness, I knew that I had something to give back to the fitness community. Like, I wanted to be able to help people get in shape, feel good about themselves, and help, make people healthy. Sharon Stone, in 1984, happened to go into my mother's beauty salon. At the time, she was doing a movie with Rock Hudson. And I had just had business cards made up to be a personal fitness trainer, knowing that my $10 an hour teaching aerobics was not going to make it, but actually as a personal trainer, I might be able to charge a little bit more and make some more money. And she came in to get a facial with my mother, who owned a beauty salon. And at the time, Sharon Stone wasn't really known. Long story short, she called me. I trained her for that whole week at the Desert Inn. I wound up moving to LA because Sharon was nice enough to give me an opportunity to go to Los Angeles to work with Body by Jake, trainer to the stars. And, Bette Midler, I trained a lot of interesting people. Fast forward 9 years after seeing Basic Instinct, my husband was elbowing me, why the hell didn't I stay in contact with Sharon Stone? And, for whatever reason I didn't, but she stayed in contact with me. She came to Vegas to film the movie Casino. And I got a phone call. I had my 2 boys at the time, one of which you're going to meet in a few minutes, Brett, my firstborn, and my son Evan were in the bathtub, and my husband came in and said, you have to get the telephone, Sharon Stone's producer's on the phone. I got on the phone and I thought he was joking with me, but it really was. And I wound up hooking up with Sharon, and that's a whole nother luncheon that we'll have because I have many, many great stories about that. As time went on, my girlfriend, Lynn Widener, who's now chairman of the board for the Miss America organization, kind of reeled me in and said, Miss America is going to be in Las Vegas, Nevada, and we would love for you to be on the judges' host committee. And I thought, well, how bad can that be? I could, take the judges to dinner, I'm giving back to the community, and I'm meeting kind of interesting people. But P.S. Debbie Allen, who is one of my favorites, I'm actually on her board of directors now, and she was a judge for Miss America, and that is how I met Debbie. So you can see by giving back, good things kind of come sometimes when you're not when you least expect it, right? So after Miss America's outstanding team kind of called on me, knowing my background in fitness and whatnot, and asked me to judge the nationals. So I went out to Orlando, I judged the nationals, and it was a grueling week, I have to tell you. These young women, I want to make this real clear, this is a scholarship program. Miss America from 1921 has been a scholarship program. You can believe it. It is not a beauty pageant. 10% of their score is in the swimsuit round. So if that gives you any idea, the talent is 30%, and we have interview, on-stage questions. So these women are articulate, educated women. They never get $1 in their pocket, ever. The money goes directly into a 501c3 nonprofit account, and it goes right to the school of their choice. So I had to get educated on that. I had no idea. So when I judged the nationals, I fell in love with the program. I get pretty emotional. So after I judged this, I realized this is something very, very special. So I was nice enough, they were nice enough to ask me to join the board of directors. I did. I became the fitness sponsor, which of course was right up my alley. I loved it. Helped choreograph the routines, and then, got them in their beautiful outfits. And then we're in a board meeting. And in this board meeting, it was pretty interesting what happened. We're in a situation similar to this, a little smaller. And the chairman of the board says to us, we have a problem in one of the states. So of course I raised my hand and said, well, what state is it? What's the problem? It's Nevada. Well, I nearly fell over and slipped down under my chair, under the table. Like, what am I going to do now? It's Nevada. Well, of course we were all stunned. We didn't know what happened, but there were improprieties going on. And this was a year. See, I've been in the position almost 2 years. This is about 2 years ago. We had to do an audit, and we did find improprieties. It was disgusting. They actually came to me, Miss America, and I had to step up in a big way. Now, mind you, I am not a pageant girl. I'm a fitness girl, right? I have never competed. Well, I competed in one pageant, I think, in high school, and that was it. I got Miss Congeniality. I was very happy. But the point of the matter is, I had to step up. I had never put on a local pageant, ever. I knew nothing about doing this, other than writing a check that I gave every year, and was very helpful whenever I could be there. Fast forward, I get put in this position and I clean house. I felt like Donald Trump. You're fired, you're fired, you're fired. I got rid of everybody. I started fresh and knew, and my first order of business was to go get a 501c3. This was a for-profit prior to me taking this over. And I know you all know the difference. I mean, just raising money in general is literally impossible for a for-profit. It's, very, very difficult. So in the process of this, having grown up in Las Vegas, I felt like I had an opportunity. Here I wasn't really the kind of person, and I'm still not the kind of person to ask for money. It's very, very difficult, right? But being this is a nonprofit, and by the way, not only myself as the executive director and president, my entire staff is volunteer. So 24/7, we don't get a dime. And we do it out of love for these kids, and because we really want to give them opportunities that maybe we never had, right? So as time went on, and because you're going to get ready to come up and speak in a few minutes so you can see how lovely they are, as time went on with this organization kind of, I'm cleaning house and I'm getting rid of this and I'm fighting with this one, and it was not pretty, I can tell you. It was a very, very challenging time for us. I called on some friends, good friends. Jill Fertitta, my friend since we were 11 years old. We were cheerleaders in 7th grade together. Frank Fertitta's wife, obviously, right? She didn't bat an eye. She just wrote a fat check. My second call, maybe it should have been the first call, I don't know, but it was Mary Allison. Mary Allison was my next door neighbor for many years, and our kids went to school together, and we're still very, very good friends. She wrote a fat check. So in 2 phone calls, I got us on our feet. Of course, my husband would beg to differ because he was actually my first call. But anyway, but as you can see, I just started to get my wheels turning. I didn't want to have to ask, but when you see the passion that I really, show about these kids and what it means to our state to be not the laughing stock, I was mortified that I had to do something. And so the community has stepped up in such a big way. It's been incredible. So let me show you some of these pictures. These are girls that when we did a Nevada week, we had them up in the high roller, and they did their own photo shoot, as you can see. But a lot of them are professional shots too. But some beautiful, beautiful ladies. I mean, you can see the enthusiasm. This particular picture, Brianna, was our first runner-up to Miss Nevada, and I'm giving her the scholarship. My sister and I came up with an idea. My mom died 2 years ago, right about the time that I got this position, and I think maybe it had something to do with me kind of being able to move on and keep busy, right? But I didn't want that to be the end of my mom. I wanted her to live on. So we came up with the Eileen Hale Empowerment Award. And what it is I get a separate panel of judges. All the young women write an essay on what they feel empowerment means to them. And Brianna obviously won, and it was a $1,000 scholarship for her to go to school. Now, Bailey Dunn, who's our Miss Nevada, was so sad not to be here. She left on Monday to go to Atlantic City, which I'm leaving on Monday, this coming Monday, to go meet with her to go to Miss America. Bailey Dunn is an incredible human being, and I'm sorry she's not here. Hopefully there's a picture of her. This is our team getting crowned, and then that's Heather Renner, our Miss Nevada's outstanding team, and there's Bailey. So Bailey